Trying to understand and compare climate strategies across the entire European Union, you'd need to read thousands of pages from dense policy documents called National Energy and Climate Plans, or NECP. It's a massive challenge for researchers and analysts. But what if AI could help? For my Capstone project, I built a system that uses generative AI to automatically process these documents' key data and allow you to ask questions in plain English. First, the system takes the raw NECP PDF files. Using tools like PDF Plumber, it extracts the text and even attempts to pull out data from tables, cleaning it up into a usable format. It also cleverly identifies the country using the file name. This is where the core GenAI magic happens. The cleaned text for each country is fed to Google's Gemini model. Using carefully crafted instructions, what we call prompt engineering, we tell Gemini to act like an expert policy analyst. Gemini then uses its document understanding capability to read the policy text and extracts dozens of specific data points, like greenhouse gas targets, renewable energy goals, planned solar and wind capacities, and key policy measures. Crucially, we use structured output generation, forcing Gemini to provide this data only in a clean JSON format. We even built in Retry logic to handle potential API limits. All those individual JSON files are then automatically combined into a single, powerful CSV database using pandas. This aggregated data set holds the structured knowledge extracted from all the processed policy documents. Now, how do we query this database easily? We use an adapted Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG approach. When you ask a question, the system first uses the LLM again to parse your question and figure out which specific data columns and countries you need from our CSV file. It then retrieves only that specific data slice from our CSV database. This relevant data is then formatted and sent back to the LLM, along with your original question. Finally, the LLM synthesizes this structured data into a natural language answer, based only on the facts retrieved. Let's see it in action. I'll ask, compare greenhouse gas targets for Germany and France. And just like that, the system queries the data, and the AI gives us a direct comparison based on the extracted targets. The whole process will be more accessible when UI is integrated. This UI is only available in the GitHub repository of the project. Let's ask a couple of other questions. This GenAI workflow transforms climate policy analysis. It drastically reduces manual effort and makes cross-country policy comparison accessible. Of course, there are limitations. The AI's extraction isn't perfect, and complex analytical queries need further work. Future steps could involve adding validation, hybrid search combining text and data, and even exploring AI agents. Want to dive deeper? Check out the full implementation code and detailed explanations in the public Kaggle notebook and GitHub repository linked in the description below.